Hey, I'm Rejected Shotgun. Don't worry, I'm not spoiling Halo Infinite in this video. I'm not going to be talking about what happens in the Halo Infinite leaks, but just that Halo Infinite has had a leak. Now, to kind of give you an idea of what happened, since I am, of course, a Halo modder, there is a little bit of insight I can give you into this situation. So, after the first day of flighting, I ended up stopping playing after I was done streaming the flight on my channel, and then I went ahead and kind of poked around into the files because genuinely I was curious if, 343 had left anything in there. Now, I definitely did not find the campaign leaks, thank God for that. I still haven't spoiled them for myself yet, but I did find a bunch of other cool stuff that unfortunately I can't talk about. But by the end of the night, I had collaborated with a group of other people, and they had been messaged by somebody else who had discovered that the entire campaign mission descriptions and all of the campaign objectives were in the game. Now, thankfully, there was no footage of it, no images to go along with it or anything like that. It was simply just text, and it was pretty basic at that. It was literally just mission descriptions and a campaign objective. So, like, yes, you can get basic story notes from that, but it wasn't anything too crazy. But still, if you read across it on the internet, you're gonna be pretty upset. So anyway, they kind of figured all that stuff out. And then later on, I went to sleep and I was like, thank God, they started reading out these campaign objectives, and I noped out. I was like, okay, I don't want to know. Bye, guys. Have fun with your data mined stuff. And I woke up the next day, and unfortunately what had happened is the way that they had found those leaks was relatively easy to do, and they were able to use a very popular and common program to find those text strings. And so I guess somebody else had also found it that night, and yeah, the next day I wake up, checking Twitter, and I see, ooh, the leaks have happened. Those data mined strings have come out, and yeah, either somebody else found it or some way that information got out, and the leaks were on the internet and the campaign was out there, essentially, like the skeleton of it, really, which is really disappointing, obviously, for so many reasons. For one, that's really just sucks for 343. Like, the fact that that is out there is such a shame for them not to be able to have everyone figure that stuff out on launch. But two, is that from my perspective, really, I feel terrible because it gives modders a bad name. Now, if you watch my channel and you watch my content, then you have a pretty good idea of what modding Halo is all about. We don't poke through these files and find stuff because we want to go tell everyone, oh, look at these secrets that are going to spoil everything. No, we mod Halo because it's fun and because there's really cool stuff that us as Halo fans want that we've never been able to have, and modding gives us the opportunity to do that. Flying a Pelican, driving a Scarab, giant multiplayer battles, enhanced Forge, all of that stuff is what I have tried to do with modding throughout all my time doing it, and I think that's what it's all about: fun, new, custom content. And unfortunately, by people data mining this, it would have been fine if people had data mined this, but the fact that they went ahead and leaked it is the real shame here. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not some naive kid. I 100% get that this is pretty much inevitable if the information is there, but it really doesn't change the fact that this is kind of a dark spot between like 343 and people on PC who can peek into files who are essentially modders. And it really is a shame. I can't say that enough. The good news is, as I kind of touched on a minute ago, is that this really is just a basic story outline. By reading these, it's not like let's say you get spoiled for this, you're going to still be able to enjoy the campaign. You're still gonna go into campaign and experience the cutscenes and the gameplay. Having this entire thing read out isn't going to ruin the game for you. I mean, it's certainly going to affect how you play the game, and I highly recommend you avoid these spoilers at all costs, but it's not like you're getting the campaign played for you. So that is at least the good thing. I do think that people are overplaying the detail in these leaked campaign descriptions and objective descriptions. It's really basic, and there's so much more to Infinite's campaign than just the descriptions of missions. So that is good. Another really good note is that there's a lot of stuff that did not get leaked. I will say that right now. I spent a lot of time, as well as some other people, just kind of poking through the Halo Infinite technical preview files between the times that we were playing multiplayer and the times that we were reporting bugs and all that good stuff. And I'll tell you right now, there was a decent chunk more within the files that did not get data mined and should theoretically be impossible for anyone to find and leak out there now that the flight is over. The cool thing that I can say, without spoiling anything obviously, is that Halo Infinite has an amazing longevity to it. I can't tell you why or how I know this. I don't want 343 to be upset with me, but it's going to be incredible. It's really going to be incredible. The multiplayer side of Halo Infinite is going to be fantastic. And as much as I wish I could tell you more, that's where I'm going to have to cut it off. It is really amazing, and on launch you will not be disappointed. You really, really will not. Whether you're competitive, creative, or technical, you're going to love Halo Infinite, and you're going to be able to play it for a long time. As time goes on and 343 begins to announce core features and modes for Halo Infinite, I'll be happy to talk about the stuff that I did see during the flight, given that it has been announced by 343 first, and I can kind of share my experience with that, but I'm not going to be doing anything of that sort until 343 has had their day to announce these things. And I really can't stress enough how sad I am that the flight is over, but also how relieved I am, because the entire flight I had this information, I knew how to access it, and I had this thought in the back of my mind that, oh my god, somebody else is going to figure this out, and they're gonna leak it just the same way that the campaign text was leaked. And now that it has ended, and now that we are all, unable to play the game and load it, I feel so much more secure knowing that I really, really do not have to worry about somebody leaking that stuff. I think that you should all be really excited for playing Infinite. I think you should all hype up 343 because they have been doing incredible work on Infinite, really pushing the boundaries, really doing what they can to please both longtime fans and new fans. Infinite is going to be a fantastic game. I can tell you that right now, just from the brief peeks onto the inside that I've had. And yeah, you're not going to be disappointed one little bit. Anyway, I just wanted to do this little unscripted rant, to give you an idea of what happened with the Halo Infinite leaks and what you can kind of expect, without spoiling anything. So thank you very much for watching. I have been Rejected Shotgun, and I will see you in the next video.